Welcome to CodeoMed, a mobile health app that connects people with doctors and provide essential healthcare services, especially for those in rural areas. Our goal is to make healthcare more accessible and affordable for everyone using simple technologies like mobile phones. I'm sorry.
Okay, so our company purpose. The purpose of CodeoMed is to bridge the gap in healthcare access, particularly for people living in rural areas or those with limited resources. We provide a platform where users can get medical advice, consultations, and emergency help through their mobile phones, ensuring healthcare is just a call or text away.
Problem. In many rural areas, people struggle to access basic healthcare. Hospitals and clinics are often far away, and it's difficult to see a doctor in emergencies. Additionally, many can't afford frequent doctor visits. CodeoMed solves this by offering fast, affordable healthcare through mobile technology. Impact of medical access challenges. When people cannot easily access healthcare, their conditions often worsen, leading to unnecessary suffering or even life-threatening situation. CodeoMed aims to reduce this by marketing it easy to reach doctors and get medical advice from the comfort of their homes, especially for those in remote areas.
Our solution and the medical app overview. Our solution is CodeoMed, an easy-to-use mobile app that lets users consult doctors, access emergency services, and get advice on their health. We focus on making healthcare more accessible through basic mobile phones. No need of advanced technology like smartwatches. Users can either use the app or send simple text messages to receive medical support.
Yeah. So our CodeoMed key features, while the app doesn't rely on smartwatches, it still offers useful health features. For example, users can report their symptoms via the app or through SMS, and the app provides AI-driven suggestions for treatment. They can also speak directly to doctors for personalized advice.
Market size and opportunity. The global digital market is growing fast, expected to reach $460 billion by 2030. In many parts of the world, especially in rural areas, people still need access to good healthcare solutions. CodeoMed is uniquely positioned to fill this gap, offering a practical solution for millions of people who rely on basic mobile phones. Competitors. Well, there are other telemedicine apps like Teledog and Amwell. Most of them require smartwatches or other uh, expensive devices, and they basically, you know, uh, focus on a specific service. But CodeoMed is different because it's focused on users who only have basic phones and need simple, low-cost healthcare options. And it's actually an all-in-one app. This makes us more accessible to rural and unserved communities. Our team. Our team consists of experts in technology, healthcare, and business. Together, we have created CodeoMed to solve a real problem in healthcare access. Each team member plays a key role in ensuring that app runs smoothly and meets the needs of users. Now, financials. Our initial costs include 22,000 to 30,000 uh, for hosting and marketing over the first 6 months. We expect to operate at a loss of 22,000 to 32,000 initially, but as we gain users and grow, we'll move towards profitability. Revenue model. CodeoMed operates on a freemium model. Basic services like uh, symptom reporting and emergency contacts are free. However, users can upgrade to premium services like live doctor consultations for an affordable price of 400 per month and 3,000 per year. This allows us to offer premium healthcare services while keeping costs low for users, especially in rural areas.
I'm sorry, I was muted. So our revenue projections, we project that in the first year, our revenue will reach around 10 lakhs. And with steady growth, as we attract more users, by year 3, we expect our revenue to increase to around 15 lakhs, thanks to the demand for affordable healthcare solutions.
Time report. We plan to launch the app in the next 6 months. Our focus in the first phase will be on developing the app, followed by marketing to rural areas by the end of the first year. We aim to have 5,000 active users. As we expand, we will continuously improve the app based on other feedback.
Thank you for your time. We believe that CodeoMed will make a real difference in the lives of people who need better access to healthcare. And we look forward for your questions and feedback. And sir, the adjustment we like, what all things we have changed is like we removed the smartwatch and Bluetooth heart rate monitoring features since they don't fit with rural area limitations. And we focused on mobile phone and SMS based solutions. We simplified a bit and we explain a bit more and make them more aligned with the rural healthcare access team. And we actually make the cost a bit low, and we also change the market size. Like we change it to digital healthcare market.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. I really appreciate you coming back after the failure. I really appreciate that because you people are really warriors who fought to win. Okay, great. Really appreciate that. But I have some questions. Okay, so what will you feel if I again ask you to redo? What will be your initial feeling?
We are perfectly okay, sir, because mistakes are always the way for success or failure.
Okay, really appreciate that thought. Okay, so there are some things that you need to work on. Maybe when you go to rural India, okay, in not only rural India, rural Africa or rural regions of any country, you will not see people speaking English. Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll have to give Indic. If you are in India, there are around 100 plus languages or maybe more than that. Okay, so you'll have to focus on some market. Maybe if you are focusing on South India, you'll have to have support for Tamil. You'll have to support for Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, or something like that. Because rural people don't know how to speak in English, right? So you'll have to build the capabilities of. You will have to utilize the capabilities of AI in that, because AI is able to translate things in a better way. Okay, so while building the app, while coming up with the design, you'll have to think about this. Okay, you'll have to think about how the rural people are going to use such an app. So that is the first part that we need to focus, because yesterday we discussed only about the smartwatch part, but it's way beyond that. Solving a problem in the rural area is going to be difficult, but it's going to be a huge opportunity, because majority of the Indians lives in rural areas, right? So the potential is huge, and you also need to rework on the financial part, wherein you'll have to rather than just thinking about the potential of the global market, maybe some 400 billion or something like that. You'll have to think about how rural India is going to behave. Okay, so when you go to the rural population, because there is a target market, there is a market study of the global market, but going to the niche market, that particular market, that will have a different style, right? That particular market have a different potential. Am I right?
Yes.
Right. So that particular, you'll have to, whenever you do the market study, you'll have to do that particular market study. You'll have to study about that particular market. You'll have to narrow down the market rather than just bluffing about the global market. You'll have to narrow down to that particular market. Think about the kind of cultural issues they are going to have. Think about the kind of communication issues they are going to have. Think about maybe they also may be reluctant to actually access healthcare because they will have their own local beliefs. So maybe you'll have to even plan about some kind of campaigns wherein they come up with what to say, a unique initiative wherein they come up, they are ready to access medical support. Okay, the modern medicine. So you'll have to think when you go to the design phase, I'll allow you to the design phase. I'll promote you to the design phase only on this. So you will have to think. So when you are coming with the design, think about all these aspects. It's not only about what data you get from the internet. Okay, just think about think about a rural population. Think about somebody who is in a rural area is going to benefit out of this. So when you come up with a solution, it's not only a competition, something very different. Okay, so we are building a solution for rural economy wherein nobody else is.
So we can hear you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you.
Okay, fine. So when you go to a rural market, think about different aspects. So while you design the this particular app, think about the different things that are going to come up, especially in the rural market. Okay, so I really appreciate your attitude. I really appreciate the way you face the failures. I really appreciate the way you came back after the failures. After 2 failures, you came back, and I really appreciate that and the kind of improvements that you made. You can proceed to the design stage, but design is not only about coming up with some screens. It's about a lot of things. Okay, so go back, read the design document, have a better understanding of what all things we expect in the design. All consider all these kind of setbacks and drawbacks that we are going to face in coming up with a rural application. Okay, so you can go ahead.
And sir, I have doubt. Like, what do you mean by like designing? What should we do on that?
Design means an app. So I have already given the detail in that document. Okay. So when you are designing it, when you are coming up with the technology, somebody was asking me from the very beginning, where is the AI license? Okay. Sometimes we are asking for me, like somebody came up with a prototype also. Somebody came up with an app prototype also. But that's not about the designing an app. That's not about designing a technology. It's about you'll have to consider all the cases, all the scenarios where and how the people are going to use this app. You'll have to think about different screens. You'll have to think about different modules. Maybe there will be a doctor module. There will be a patient module. There will be a consultant module. There will be a trainer module. Okay, inside the app itself, there will be a lot of sections. Modules means a lot of sections. There will be a database for the this particular application. So whatever application you see now, WhatsApp is not only about that screen. It's about a lot of operations that happens in the background. Okay, so when you plan an app, you'll have to come up with a design of the database. Then you'll have to say how this works, because the data is already in one part, the front screen is on another part. So somebody is clicking a button, it should work, right? You got me? Somebody is clicking a button of to get an appointment. So it will go to the doctor module. It will fetch for a doctor who is ready. It will inform the doctor. So there will be a kind of different connections between the different modules. So
like, should we make a presentation? Sorry for interrupting. So should we make a presentation on how to like what are things that are included in it? And I didn't understand it.
yeah, the entire app. Okay. So once you go through the document, you will understand. Have you gone through the document?
Yeah, I've just checked it. When I was checking, Vaishnavi ma'am tell like, can we do it today? So that I closed it. And
So you'll have to, because it's not only about coming up with some screens. So when people ask, when people say about design, everyone thinks that it's only about coming up with some screens. What all screens are there in your application? That is only one part. Okay. Again, you will have to think how this is going to work. If somebody is going to click a button, how that button is working. So that kind of software design also should be there. How this particular code is making that work. I'm not telling about the code, but how some process is working in your system. So that should be explained. Got it? So the specific example will be somebody is taking an appointment with a doctor. Okay, how that is going to work? You will have to explain that with some kind of connection diagrams. Okay, so you'll get a lot of connection diagrams in Canva and all. You can just refer to some kind of materials available in the internet. How a software design looks like. Okay, now and it's about how potentially this kind of these different modules are going to work with each other. Okay, so go for a detailed review of that document. It's not only about coming up with some screens or coming up with some prototype app using AI. It's about designing that particular software in your mind, and you are going to explain it to someone. So if somebody else get that document, he or she can develop that from that document. Okay, somebody with a coding knowledge can see the document and understand these are the modules you people are expecting. This is the way which the application is going to work, and somebody else can develop. Okay, so that's a kind of, so when you explain the project in detail, design means it's a complete cycle of the project, how the project is going to work, how the different systems work, how the different systems are connected. Okay, so read the document once again, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times. Ask ChatGPT for explanation of different part of that document. Try to understand the similarities. Go in for an image search in Google. Find out some images which already explains these kind of aspects. Come up with a good design document. Either it can be a presentation or a document.
Sure.
Okay, so don't worry, it will become easier. Once you do something, it's going to be easier. Okay, so really appreciate. Congratulations for moving to the design phase, and wishing you all the best. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.